ball would bounce further because of the elasticity of the jerry can. So it would
Yeah.
obviously propel it further than a traditional racket would. Um, and we used to call it Orlando, and that's what we called it then.
Orlando. Oh
Yeah,
wow.
that's how we called it then as a kid. So I'd play it, but that's how close I've come to playing
Mm.
tennis. And we don't play on a grass, so it's not a grass; it's just a firm ground. That's where we played it on. Yeah, and there
Well, of
was
course,
no,
tennis.
yeah,
Go on.
yeah, and there was no nets, so we couldn't,
No.
yeah, as kids we couldn't afford the nets. So what we did was we just drew a line on the ground. So we drew a line on the ground. So and then you stand inside the line, and if the ball goes outside the line, that's a loss to the other player. Yeah, so you'd have to let it bounce. You can't hit it mid-air. You'd have to let it bounce before
Mm.
you hit it. So yeah, it was like table tennis on the floor. It's
Right.
something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, table tennis, of course, came about following tennis. Tennis itself, again, was kind of originated in England with a guy called Walter Wingfield, an alliterated name, Walter Wingfield.
Wow.
And he really set up in the 1800s, 1870s, the Lawn Tennis Association, which sort of then gave birth, if you like, to the Wimbledon Championships, which of
Right.
course started this week. And the first Wimbledon Championships, believe it or not, was on the 9th of July, 1877.
Right.
Almost exactly in 2 years. I guess that'll be 150 years anniversary. But this first one on the 9th of July 1877 was only gentlemen singles. That was the only thing you could enter.
Yeah.
And 22 gentlemen each paid their guinea, 1 guinea, which in today's money would be £1 5p.
Yeah.
They paid their guinea to enter the first Wimbledon Championships.
Right.
Now they played on the first day. It was scheduled to last for 5 days. They played on the ninth, got some results, and then almost predictably, inevitably, the next 4 days it didn't stop raining. Which, when you think, before Wimbledon got its two roofs a few years
Yeah.
ago now,
Yeah.
they were just, riddled with rain year after year. It just seemed to be wet, and we were well known for that. At least
Right.
now they have these great roofs on the centre court and number one court.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's how it all started, and it's gone on ever since, which is quite incredible. Coming up to 150 years of the Wimbledon Championships. It's a great game. One thing I was going to ask your comment
Yeah.
on the centre court, they have a royal box, so called.
Right.
And I wondered what you think. And let me clarify: in the royal box, you do sometimes get royalty, not so often. It's really a box for celebrities, politicians, sports people, as well as some royal. I mean, Princess Diana used to like going to
Right.
the tennis, and she frequented that. I don't. I think the Queen she only ever went once or twice because
Right.
it's really horse racing is very much her game. But I was
Yeah.
going to ask you in this day and age in the 21st century, is some sort of exclusive royal box for celebrities and others, is that an appropriate thing, do you think, these days?
Yes. Yes.
Hmm?
Uh,
You think
yeah.
it is?
Yeah. Yeah, I do think it is because, I mean, you've got to, well, I believe in giving honor to whom. Well, I believe in giving honor to whom honor is due. Does that make sense? So these are celebrities. In their own rights, they deserve to be secluded from the common people like me.
From the hoi
So,
polloi. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so so obviously they do, because sometimes you do get people that are starstruck and they just wanna, just walk up to them and demand an autograph, not demand, but wanting an autograph, or these days a
Mm.
selfie. And that's kind of encroaching on somebody's privacy per se,
Yeah.
because you're there to watch the game of tennis. You're not there to entertain other people with that's your free time. That's the time,
Mm.
you want to be. You don't want people taking pictures of you. So I think it's very needed. It is needed that people that do deserve it and have them and can afford it, because those kind of people, they actually attract their own crowds.
Mm.
So if you're going to an event, a sporting event, and they say, and somebody does a name drop like so and so going to be there, it gives him a bit more prominence. It gives a bit more prominence to the event.
Mm.
And so, yeah, so
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they do deserve to be protected from, I mean, if people don't walk up to them and there's no chance of that happening, then yeah, I mean, if they're amongst their fellow celebrities or people of the same high caliber like they are, that they seem to be free because they know they're not
Mm.
going to get any form of intrusion. But when it's something that anybody can go to, which rightly is so, I think they deserve to be protected. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's all very valid. I probably would agree with that. The only comment at the end I might question is when you said anybody can go to. I mean, theoretically that's true, but a lot of people try to get tickets and fail. It's a bit like,
All right.
going to this year's Oasis concert, which I think was done through Ticketmaster and things like that.
Yeah.
There's usually far more people wanting tickets for these
Right.
things
All right.
than you can get. But yeah, in theory, people are able to go there. And I agree with you that it's probably only right that people are not hassled by people in the crowd. I don't somehow think they would be at Wimbledon, but I suppose they will create a stir.